Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He spins free. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Whoosh. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Check. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal
Right, now,
from inside
56,
the 5.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's third down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out come the Steelers. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Second down, Kaiser steps away. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Flex round! Flex round! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. 4 down. Flex round! Flex round! Right there. Ohio! Ohio!
On third down, Kaiser. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before. Being taken down at midfield.
That's what I'm talking about. That's it, boy. Tiny's on the Ringo. Tiny's on the Ringo. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Kaiser now from the 50. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Flex round. Flex round. 4 down. 4 down. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Kaiser. And he connects with Vance McDonald. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun, Kaiser. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got wide.
Kaiser yet again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, watch that, flex round! Flex round! Mike 54.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Ohio! Ohio! SOS. Ohio! Ohio! SOS.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. And that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They give them a gain of 37.
If a post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, 4 down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. There he goes inside the 30. Wide open receiver complete. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Kaiser going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now they try the right side here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Kaiser. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a handoff working right. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Flex round! Flex round! Check. Watch 54. Ohio! Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Shepard, complete over the middle. There goes Sterling Shepard, the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
4 down, 4 down. Flex round, flex round. Check 3, check 3. Flex round, flex round. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Got his right. 4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Ohio, Ohio. Check Mike 54. Mike. Flex round, flex round. Good. Watch the twist, watch. Flex round, flex round. Under 10, 10. Flex round, flex round.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Motion. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Kaiser. And incomplete on the deep ball. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They begin with a run by Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to... Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They're going to look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. Runs through the contact. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll set up to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
That's it, baby! That's it!
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Watch 98, 98. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Flex round! Flex round! Alert! Alert! 3 down! Switch! Flex round! Flex round!
First down, Kaiser. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kaiser now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Flex round!
Now a handoff looking right. Looking to run past midfield. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey. Four down. Flex round.
Now they try the right side here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Cameron Moore had the tackle. Played his college ball at Boston College.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Flex round. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Kaiser to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now out come the Giants. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
A handoff to Barkley. Good move at the 30. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's a give to Barkley. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
3 down.
Now Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Over. Watch it now, Barney.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Russell Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
New York will kick this one off. Number 28, back into return.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins past it. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Hey, pick your game up.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Kaiser. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Flex round!
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got one.
Flex round!
Watch the twist.
From the gun, Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Flex round! Flex round!
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
Odd. 3 down, 3 down. Odd.
Flex round! Flex round!
Shift!
Ohio! Ohio!
52. Watch the slant.
Ohio! Ohio!
5-2 is the mic.
Flex round! Flex round!
Oh, yeah.
Kaiser now. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
4 down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ohio!
Kaiser yet again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's a toss coming right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 down.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Fighting to stay upright inside, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.